Maggie, are you there? Do you have time to talk?
Oh, good evening, Mom. What's this about?
I hear you're pregnant. Is it true?
Excuse me?
So, which is it? A boy or a girl? I'm 100% it's a boy. I'm sure of it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm not pregnant. Where do you even hear that?
Pardon me? Well, that can't be right. Do you think I would make such a thing up? I saw you the other day. You definitely had morning sickness. Don't you forget, I'm a mother too, you know.
Sorry? Morning sickness?
Yes, the other day when you came over to our house. Come on, stop evading the issue, Maggie. Boy or a girl? Easy question.
Like I said, Mother, I'm not pregnant.
Oh, don't give me that. Why are you keeping it a secret? Everyone will find out sooner or later.
This morning sickness you're talking about? That was probably when I got back from that long trip. I sort of got car sick after that long ride back.
Car sick? In this day and age?
Oh, the ride quality's good, but you know we bought that new car. That new car smell kind of made me a bit nauseous. I was also never really comfortable riding in a car for long periods of time. And you know I don't have a driver's license, and Mark always drives me to your place. And you know, riding in the passenger seat always makes me a little dizzy.
You're really trying hard to hide this, aren't you? Whatever for? And if you get car sick, there are pills for that. So, boy or a girl? No more pussyfooting around. And don't you dare tell me it's a girl. We need a boy in this family.
What am I supposed to say? I said I'm not pregnant. How else am I supposed to put it? Should I lie? And as for taking car sickness pills, there are reasons I can't take such medicine.
I see where you're going with this. I know why you're being so stubborn. It's a girl, right? Oh, I knew it.
Pardon me?
Yes, I knew it. That's why you've been hiding it. Your family, all girls, right? Ever since Mark married you, I knew it would turn out this way. All your siblings are girls. Mark should have known. You know we run a business and someday we're going to need someone to take over. And you had to go and get pregnant with a girl. I was never in favor of Mark marrying you, but he's my son and in the end it's his decision. But to be honest, I really should have pushed him harder.
Mother, are you okay?
So, I guess that means divorce.
Divorce? You're getting a bit ahead of yourself, aren't you?
Well, if you insist on having this child, this girl, well, that's what will happen. You'll just have to bring up that child on your own.
Please, Mother, stop with this nonsense. I told you I'm not pregnant.
Hey, Mom, can we talk?
Oh, hi, Mark. Good timing. You have to hear this. You won't believe what Maggie just said. She was trying so hard to hide the fact that she's pregnant with a little girl. Unbelievable. She wouldn't even admit that she was pregnant. Why hide it? We'll all find out sooner or later, right, Mark? I bet she was planning on keeping it a secret and then just having the baby without even telling us about it. You have to divorce this woman, Mark. It's for your own good.
Mom, what's wrong with you? Where did you even get the idea that she was pregnant?
I know it for a fact. Let's put that aside for now. Mark, you remember that very nice girl you used to date back in college? What was her name? Julianne or something? What do you think about her as your next wife? She would be perfect, the type to give a nice, healthy boy. She has 4 siblings and all boys. I'm sure she'll give birth to a beautiful baby boy.
Yeah, Julianne. She got married right out of college.
Oh, really? Oh, that's too bad.
Mom? When you were texting Maggie, I was standing right next to her, observing the whole exchange.
Oh, you don't say! Well, that means Maggie's little fib about her not being pregnant is all out in the open now. Now you know, Mark. So, when are you going to process the divorce papers? That means you'll have to go down to City Hall and get the necessary forms and talk to your lawyer about how to proceed next.
I'm telling you, Mom, Maggie is not pregnant. She's not lying about that.
Pardon me?
We have plans and decided to put off having kids for a while. And about her getting car sick, that's all true too.
So, why was she suddenly feeling sick? I can't believe she gets that unwell just by sitting in a car.
Well, it's not only the car, I suppose. It's hay fever season too, so this time of year she's not really in the best of condition. So she takes various hay fever medicine.
Hay fever.
So she can't mix car sickness pills with what she's already taking. Which also brings us to the subject about her being pregnant. You obviously know that she can't take medicine while she's pregnant, right?
Yes, well, that's common sense, I suppose.
So we figured we'd start thinking about kids after the hay fever season. You know, when she's not taking any medicine. Actually, we talked about this earlier.
Okay, I see. That's what's going on, huh? Well, in that case, let's just forget the whole thing. You know what I said and all.
Excuse me, that's it? After what you said, just forget it?
Well, it's all Maggie's fault. She made it seem like she was pregnant, and her attitude. It was like she was hiding something. So, I thought, would you please talk to her and have her explain this whole mess to me? She's always so unclear about things. I just don't know what she's thinking.
Oh boy. You never seem to learn, Mom. You carry on like this and you're gonna get into real trouble one of these days.
Oh, what are you talking about?
You really think I don't know anything about what you did to Maggie all these years?
Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I know you call her and get her to come over and do all the cleaning and cooking. Then sometimes you'd come over to our place without any advance notice and sit around for hours. And this is all during business hours.
Oh, well, yes, and I was just...
Come on, Mom, our family runs a business. You're an employee too, so please, Mom, do some work instead of loafing off and bothering Maggie every day.
I was only... And it's not every day. Anyway, I work.
Oh yeah? Now that it's all remote work. No one's around, so you just let Maggie do all the work. I heard you came over to our place with your laptop and had Maggie do all the company's spreadsheets. Is that true?
Well, you know, she's a housewife. She's got nothing else to do.
Maggie doesn't work at a company, but she works from home, like you, Mom. Now she has twice the work. As a matter of fact, what you did was release confidential company information by letting Maggie do the work. You do realize that, don't you?
Excuse me? What do you mean?
Luckily for you, she didn't touch your laptop because she knew it was confidential. And as a non-employee, she had no right to look at it. But you went ahead and berated her for not doing the work for you.
But it wasn't very difficult work. You know, calculations and all easy stuff.
It's not about whether it's easy or difficult. This is confidential corporate information. Dad's the CEO of this company. You're an employee of that company. What the hell are you doing allowing a non-employee to look at confidential files?
Oh, but I was only...
Don't give me that, but I was only crap, Mom. You know what? I can no longer let Maggie anywhere near you. And considering Dad's company, I just can't let the situation remain the way it is. What's more, I'm concerned for Maggie. I mean, think about it. What if she did give birth to a daughter? I don't know what the hell you would do. So, we plan to move away.
Excuse me? What about work?
A friend from my college days started a company, and he asked me to join him. So I intend to quit Dad's company and go there.
What? Are you serious? You can't do that! You're slated to take over Dad's business after he retires. You can't just abandon that.
That hasn't been decided yet.
Oh, but you can't!
Sorry, but I've already made up my mind. We've already decided.
Hello, Maggie. It's been a long time.
Mom? Is it really you?
Oh, great, you haven't blocked me. Good for you. Okay, let's get down to business.
The reason I didn't block you is because I wanted to keep the line open. We weren't sure what you'd do next. With that said, I have no intention continuing this conversation. Goodbye.
Are you sure about that? Even if I told you I found out where you and Mark moved to? That I have your address?
Pardon me?
A friend of mine was on vacation and she happened to spot you. She said you were pregnant. She followed you and found out exactly where you lived. She sent me the address just the other day.
You can't be serious. You had me followed?
I really had a difficult time after you guys moved away. Did you know that we got divorced? He insisted he could no longer live with me after what you and Mark told him. Needless to say, I was fired from the company. I had no other choice but to move in with my brother's family. But as you can imagine, it's not very comfortable. I mean, emotionally.
Is that so? But all that has nothing to do with me.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Maggie. You have everything to do with my predicament. I understand that the baby will be a boy. He'll come into this world next month, isn't that right?
Are you serious? Where did you hear that?
I told you my friend followed you. She also heard you talking to your friends at the supermarket. Oh, you never know who's listening. She heard you say that it's a boy and that you were expecting next month.
So this friend of yours, she was eavesdropping?
Well, yes, I suppose she was. But anyway, I'll do you a favor. I'm willing to live with you until the child is born, and maybe after that too. You know, you'll need all the help you can get.
No way. That's never going to happen.
Okay, just until the baby is born then. I'll leave after he's born. What do you say? But I'll take the baby with me. I demand you hand over my grandson after he's born.
Were you institutionalized the past 3 years? That's complete crazy talk.
Maggie, you don't seem to understand. Do you realize how difficult it's been the last 3 years? You guys simply disappearing, the divorce. If I appear in front of my husband with our grandson, I'm sure he will be overjoyed. He'll accept me back, I'm sure of it. So, he's my grandson. I'm taking him. If you have any compassion for what I went through all these years, you would hand over the child without question. It is your duty to obey your mother-in-law.
What are you talking about? Obey my mother-in-law? Are you out of your mind? We cut ties with you 3 years ago. We can't consider you our family. So why would we hand over our child to a stranger?
Excuse me, a stranger?
Hello, Mother. After 3 long years, you haven't changed a bit, I see.
Oh my god, is that you, Mark? Oh, I didn't expect to get a line from you.
I was watching the back and forth you were having a second ago.
How about work?
I work from home now. I have a little office set up. About you finding out where we live, this apartment complex is pretty secure. You won't get past the front entrance. There are several security personnel around too. They'll just turn you back so I wouldn't even try.
Well, I'll just tell them I'm your mother. They'll let me in, no problem.
Actually, I told the landlord all about you. Security will be on the lookout for you. I even gave him a picture of you. As a matter of fact, after that text message earlier, I called security and reminded them to be on the lookout for you. And under no circumstances to let you in.
What? You're not serious? I'm your mother, for God's sake!
I told him if you gave them trouble to just call the police.
Pardon, the police? How could you do that to your own mother?
After how you treated your own son's wife? I can't believe what I'm hearing!
Oh, forget all that. Just hand over my grandson. I'll be over next month to pick him up. That child is going to be the next president of your father's company, and he's my ticket to getting back with your father.
It just hit me. I didn't realize you didn't know. The company, our cousin Rachel, was named the CEO a year ago. I'm surprised you didn't know.
Pardon me?
Yeah, I think it was April of last year.
You mean Rachel? She ran the sales department when I was there. That Rachel?
I guess she was your niece too, right?
Rachel? Oh, you're kidding me, right? She's the new CEO?
Yeah, and she's super smart. I knew she would succeed. But to be honest, I didn't expect her to become CEO. She had Dad's trust ever since she joined the company. She worked her butt off all those years. She deserved it. She's way smarter than me. So, I didn't have any qualms about quitting when I did.
Oh, but Rachel? She's a woman. And she's the CEO? Oh, that cannot be right.
In this day and age, it's not that unusual for a woman to be a CEO. I mean, you work there too. I can't believe you're still so old-fashioned.
But how could... I mean, she's...
So that's what's up. Suggest you abandon any notion of this ludicrous scheme of yours.
It is not a ludicrous scheme, as you put it. If I take my grandson to your father's place, I can convince him to... I could even act as a go-between for you and your father. If I do that, well, I could get back with your father.
Why would I want you to act as go-between between me and Dad? We get along just fine. Maggie and I cut ties with you and you alone. Dad has nothing to do with it. As a matter of fact, we had dinner at his place the other night.
Excuse me?
You know what, Mom? I'm pretty busy now. Could we call it a day?
No, wait. Let's talk about this.
No, Mom, there's nothing more to talk about. See you around. Please don't contact us again.
Well, it seems the only person obsessed with having a grandson was my mother-in-law. I think it was her obsession that caused her to lose sight of what was most important, which was her family. But she never learned and still continues with her obsession, feeling not a modicum of remorse for her outrageous behavior. After that line message, She apparently made her way to the apartment complex and hung around for a while. No, she was not able to get in, luckily. I think the security finally called the police and she sulked away after that. Having nowhere to turn, she ended up trying to get back together with my father-in-law. But he wouldn't have any of it. Apparently, my father-in-law had already met a nice widower while walking his dog and is currently dating her. I hear they may even get married. When my mother-in-law heard that, she went a little nuts, screaming and having a total meltdown. The cops eventually came and took her away. I heard even her brother has even cut ties with her. I don't know what happened to her after that.
Hey, Mark, are you there? Please, Mark, break up with me.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I met someone I really like. When I start thinking about this guy, I can't think straight. Actually, we've had a relationship a number of times now. He's driving me crazy. I can't stop this crazy emotion overwhelming me.
So, you've been cheating on me. How nice! Who is this guy you're so infatuated with? So much so you can't even think straight.
What are you going to do? Beat him up or something?
Just curious is all. I have a right to know, don't you think?
You don't know him. Won't mean much even if I told you.
Well, if it doesn't mean much, you can tell me, can't you? Makes no difference, right?
Yeah, well, suppose you're right. He's my boss at work. His name is Darren. Darren Boyd.
Oh yeah? Okay, I got it. Why not? Let's break up then. No use pursuing it anyways.
Seriously? You don't mind?
Yeah, you like this Darren guy more than me, right? So what can I do? Just seems like it would be a total waste of time to continue going out with someone who has no interest in me, right?
Just seems like you're giving up so easily. Suppose you're right, though. Better just to end it than fight it. If you're okay with it, great, then we're good to go. Hey, Mark, thanks for going out with me. I had a good time. Okay then, see ya.
Hey sis, what's up? Got Linda to admit it.
Huh? Admit what?
The admission that she was cheating on me, that she is seeing her boss.
Seriously? She admitted that to you?
Yeah, I told her I would break up with her, and in exchange, I asked her to tell me the guy's name. Said I was just curious. She said it straight out, Darren Boyd.
Oh, yeah? So you broke it off with her?
Yeah, figured it was time. What can I say? She sent me a line and said she met some guy and that she wanted to reel it off with me, and during the conversation I sort of tricked her into giving up his name. I sent you a screenshot of the whole conversation.
Hey, Mark. Sorry about all this. I didn't want to involve you, but...
Don't worry about it, sis. When I found out she was cheating on me, it was just a matter of time before we broke up. As a matter of fact, I was going to meet and discuss breaking it off with her, but she beat me to it. Oh yeah, and I didn't mention your name, so don't worry. Might be the most important point going forward.
I'm really sorry about this, Mark. Didn't want you to get all caught up in this.
Like I said, sis, forget it! I should be thanking you, actually. I'm glad I found out what kind of person she was before there was any talk of marriage. She cheated on me once, and I'm sure if we got married, she'd end up doing it again somewhere down the line. Truth be told, I wouldn't be able to trust her. What I'm more worried about is you, sis. What do you plan to do?
I'm just gonna let it simmer for a while, see how things play out. I talked to my lawyer about it, and he keeps mentioning that gathering enough evidence is the most important thing. Gotta be prepared, or I'll end up with nothing.
I'll do anything I can to help, so don't go taking on everything yourself. You got that?
Thanks, Mark. If the time comes, I may just need your help. I'm counting on you, little brother.
Hey, Mark, it's been a while. How are ya? It's been 2 months since we, broke up. What have you been up to?
Linda, why are you contacting me? We're not together anymore. I'm your ex.
Come on, so what? We're friends, right? No need to be so serious about it. Actually, I'm contacting you because I wanted to thank you.
Thank me? Thank me for what?
I talked to Darren about us breaking up, and, well, he in turn thanked me, saying he was overjoyed that I had picked him over you. After that one thing led to another, and we started discussing getting married.
Oh yeah? That's just great.
Like I told you before, Darren's my boss at work, and he's the top sale rep at our department. But what makes him so wonderful is that, well, we usually meet up when he's scheduled to meet clients, and then we head to a downtown hotel. And there we spend like 2 or 3 hours doing you know what. But despite all that, he still maintains his top sales record. The guy is unbelievable.
Having a good time at a hotel while pretending to see a client. Sounds like a real stand-up guy.
Yeah, you think? He's really full of surprises. Can you believe that I'm in love with such a wonderful guy? What we can't get during the day, we make up for after work. This is all thanks to you. You didn't put up a fuss about us breaking up, and it allowed me to spend time with him. I really appreciate it, Mark. It's like this every day. Love all day and all night. I'm in paradise. I'm so overjoyed and grateful that I was able to break up with you. I'm the happiest girl in the world. Just wanted to convey that to you.
I'm so glad that you're happy, Linda. Actually, I'm glad we broke up before it got messy.
Messy? What do you mean?
You'll find out sooner or later. See you around. Have fun while you can.
Huh?
Hey sis, guess what? I just got some very interesting information. You'll love this. Can I send it to you?
Seriously, what kind of information?
That investigator you hired probably already got it, I bet, but just in case, I'm sending it to you right now. Apparently, these guys are playing around during working hours and popping into a hotel for a few hours for a little heavy petting. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
Can you believe it? Linda sent me a text bragging about the whole thing. But this would really be concrete evidence about their little affair, don't you think? Lots of details in the text. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, it could be useful, but... This Linda, you used to date her. Is she some kind of airhead or something?
Not sure about that, but you're right. Not much up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, I really don't see any other explanation.
I'm about to send you the text data, just so you know. I'm setting them in order of how it's all unfolding. You know what I mean? Better have all the text data to get an understanding of the entire episode. That's not okay to you?
Yeah, right. Yes, send it all to me.
Alright, it's on its way.
Hey, Mark, you there? Please pick up. I need your help.
Linda, you again. What the hell is it this time? Maybe stop more of your gloating. You got your new guy, who was it? This Darren guy, right? What do you want from your second-rate ex? You're part of my college-era friends, so I was a bit reluctant to block you, but this is getting a bit much. I just don't want to get all caught up in your mess, so please.
Don't give that BS, Mark. I heard you're the younger brother of Darren's wife. Is that true?
So you already know about that. If that's the case, no need to feign ignorance, I guess.
So it's true, you and Darren's wife are siblings?
Before you start accusing of anything. When we first started dating, I knew nothing about any of this. It was all just a coincidence.
Seriously? You weren't trying to deceive me, were you?
After my sister had an investigator check up on him, this whole complicated relationship came to light, that's all. When I heard that my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, was cheating with you, I was totally shocked. As you can probably imagine, I mean, my brother-in-law cheating on his wife who turns out to be my girlfriend. You can't make this shit up! Well, right now I'm over it. All I'm doing now is watching over my sister, who will probably make you guys pay the consequences.
Are you serious? You sold out your girlfriend to your sister?
Sold you out.
Yeah! Your sister was so jealous of me that she hired a lawyer and now wants Darren to pay compensation for cheating on her. Your girlfriend was in trouble. I mean, you're supposed to protect me. You probably knew all this being the younger brother and all. You could have leaked some of that info to me, for God's sake. That's what a responsible boyfriend would do. You're so cruel! How could you?
Wait a sec, cruel? I'm not the cruel one here. It's what you and Darren did to my sister that's cruel.
Excuse me?
For starters, going out with a married man is wrong. Also, the fact is that my girlfriend was having an affair and sleeping with a guy out of wedlock. You can imagine my sister's surprise when she found her husband was shacking up with her younger brother's girlfriend. In other words, both me and my sister were betrayed by our respective partners.
Yeah, but...
To put it more bluntly, this is a war. Mark and Carol versus Darren and Linda. Wonder what the outcome will be. What do you think? That's the situation at the moment. With all that said, why the hell would I even protect you? Leak your info. Give me a break.
But...
Do you think I have the slightest bit of concern for you? The answer's obvious, right?
But you and I were... You know, I was only trying to...
No response, huh? Yeah, I thought not. Just make sure you and Darren pay my sister for what you guys put her through.
Hey, Mark, this is not happening. We had no other choice but to just pay the darn compensation your sister's lawyer asked for or else. But then they had to go and fire the both of us. Now we have no way of paying off the debt. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah? I wonder why. Oh, wait a sec. I wonder if it was because you were screwing around, pardon the pun, and going to a hotel during work hours. Maybe that has something to do with it, you think?
Huh? What? Why the hell do you know that?
You're not thinking straight, Linda. You sent me a line and told me the whole thing, don't you remember? I got the whole conversation right here.
Huh?
By what you were saying, seems like you guys were doing it quite often. My sister also had an investigator check on you guys, so I bet they know the time and day and probably the name of the hotel you guys went to. Bet they even have a couple of snapshots. I can imagine how a company would react to something like that. I mean, do you really think a company pays you guys to make love?
Why didn't you tell me she was having us followed? Then we would have been more careful.
I'm going to say this one last time. I'm not your friend. I'm with my sister all the way on this one. So why would I even mention it to you? It was too late at that point anyhow.
Mark, what did you say? Can't we get back together? I mean, we did make a great couple, didn't we?
Excuse me?
I mean, perfect timing, right? I'm not working anymore. We could get married and I'll stay home and be a housewife. Sounds good, huh? What do you say? You've known me for a while now, right, Mark? You know I'm the type that would make a really great housewife. I'm sure I would make a great partner.
I'm going to have to stop you right there, Linda. What the hell are you talking about? Now, why would I do that?
Huh?
You did pay my sister the entire amount she was demanding, right?
Yeah, well...
Okay, then. I guess it's about time I blocked you online.
What do you mean?
I just wanted to see if it all went well for my sister. If you paid her off, well, we have nothing more to talk about.
So that's it, huh? Just wanted to check up on me, and when you got the result, you want goodbye? That's it?
Yep, that's it. All I did was help my sister nab the people who betrayed her, that's all. Way better than some girl I know who would text me constantly bragging about her affair with some guy she dropped me for. Did you really think I enjoyed that?
How could you?
I can't believe that you really want to get back with me after all that's happened. How about Darren? I thought you loved him.
I do, but I love you more, Mark.
I can't bear to hear anymore. Goodbye. Well, my sister's divorce finally went through. I suppose one consolation is that they didn't have kids. Linda and Darren were thinking of continuing their relationship after the divorce, but when they both got fired, they used up both their savings to pay off my sister, so they were left with nothing. I heard they moved to an old beat-up apartment downtown. Evidently, they had severe money problems, which probably led to them arguing almost every night. One night it got so bad that a neighbor called the police. With so many complaints from neighbors, it's only a matter of time before they are evicted.